All right, up next on HTJ, the Women's World Championship on the line as Virginia Austen once again challenges the Queen Dynamite Genie Parker, the 7-year wonder, for the Women's World title.
The next match, one fall with a 15-minute time limit, is for the RWL Women's World Championship.
Boo, guys. This one's bound to get heated. Virginia Austen and Genie Parker already have a pretty nasty history from Austen's days with the Bell Council. Their last match for the championship was well over a year ago, but they've clashed 3 times before this. 2 of those were for the championship, and Genie left Virginia in the dust every single time.
I most remember their title match 2 years ago, when Genie Parker retained the title over Virginia Austen and post-match strangled Virginia Austen in a fit of absolute rage, a complete loss of professional cool, something we never ever see from the sexy soul sister of the square circle.
If Virginia pulls off an upset tonight, it'll be a miracle.
Yeah, it would take a big-time, talking cow miracle for Virginia Austen to defeat Genie Parker.
But if it happens, it's gonna be insane.
And here she is, the very peak, the azimuth of the women's division, the Women's World Champion and 1/3 of the Ladies Tag Trio Champions, the Queen Dynamite Genie Parker, the sexy soul sister of the Square Circle.
7 straight undefeated years in championship matches. We've never seen the like of Genie Dynamite. And yeah, sure, the chance of an upset is always there, but I don't see that happening tonight. Not with vivacious Virginia Austen, sitting at 0-3 in the books against the Women's World Champion. Austen is known for her strength. Her leg drop is borderline lethal. And of course her finisher, the long goodnight, has taken down several opponents in the past. And oh baby, does she despise Genie as much as Genie Parker despises her.
We've had a lot of history made in RWL over the years, and if Virginia Austen could pull off an upset win and become the new Women's World Champion, well, it would just shake the foundations of absolutely everything.
And that is what it's all about, the Women's World Championship. Nobody's been able to get it away from Genie Parker. Let's see if Virginia Austen can do it.
Introducing first the challenger from Brisbane, Australia, here's vivacious Virginia Austen. And her opponent from Richmond, Virginia, she's the RWL Women's World Champion, the Queen Dynamite, Genie Parker.
When you've been Women's World Champion for 7 years, all eyes are on you whenever you hand that championship over to the referee for the opponent's inspection, as is happening right now with Charles Lucera, as he takes the belt over to Virginia Austen for her examination. Oh, this is going to be insane.
All the armchair experts have pointed out that Virginia Austen was defeated by Genie Parker once before. No reason to think it might not happen again tonight as the referee sounds the bell. Genie charges, misses with her move, catches a stomp to the leg from Virginia Austen, followed up by a second. Virginia Austen quickly shoved away by Genie Dynamite, quickly back up on her feet. Genie Parker with a facebuster on Virginia Austen. Gathering Austen back up, but Austen countered with a headbutt. Well, now how about that? Virginia Austen with a hard right, spins Parker around, goes behind, rakes the back, goes behind again, pitches her towards the far corner. Virginia Austen setting up Genie Parker in the tree of woe here, and delivers a kick to the chest and a boot to the throat of the Women's World Champion. Austen covers, hooks the leg, one, but only a one. Genie Parker, still with way too much fight left in her, stands back up. Virginia Austen slams her face first into the canvas. Virginia Austen rounds up Genie Parker. A kick to the midsection from Austen. They lock up. Genie, with the upper hand, whips Austen towards the ropes. A drop toe hold from Genie Dynamite. Genie flips her around, delivers a kick to the leg of Virginia Austen. Austen gathered up to a standing position. A hard right spins her around, and here's a Russian leg sweep from the women's world champion and into a submission. Whoa, stretching. Virginia Austen for all she's worth. Austen fighting the leg, trying to get herself loose. Delivers a couple of shots to the head of Dynamite. Genie Parker finally gets herself extricated from that position. Austen catches another right that spins her around. She counters with an elbow, charges right into the arms of Genie Parker and slammed down with a knee breaker. Austen laid out. Here's a cover. 1, 2. A near fall for the women's world champion. With the women's world title on the line, Virginia Austen counters with a kick, back up on her feet, gets a hold of Genie Parker, whips her to the ropes. High hip toss from Virginia Austen. Genie steps to the outside. Austen going out right after her. Genie Parker says, no, we're not doing that, and gets her back inside the ring. Genie back inside herself, moves in, misses with the move, catches another stomp to the leg. Virginia Austen with a kick to the back of the women's world champion. Genie Parker counters with a hard right to the midsection, gets a hold of Virginia Austen, takes her towards the ropes, sets her up, delivers a kick to the leg. And look at this, pitches her to the outside floor. Oh, man, Genie Parker warming it up here. Here we go. She charges through. Oh, baseball slide right to the face of Virginia Austen. Austen gathered up, slammed face first into the floor by Genie Dynamite. Immediately going to work on Virginia Austen on the outside. There's a low drop kick to the back of the head of Virginia Austen. Genie Parker gathers her up again, hurls her towards the barricades near the corner. Parker gathers her up one more time, moves in. Virginia Austen counters with a kick to the midsection. Virginia Austen trying to make her way back. Whoa, look at this. From behind, trying to choke out the women's world champion. Genie Parker quickly back up on her feet. Gets a hold of her. Whoa. Virginia Austen with a slap across the face, a kick to the midsection, and a DDT as the referee continues to count both ladies. Austen rounds up Genie Parker, a knee right to the head of the women's world champ. Dynamite Genie Parker gathered up by Virginia Austen. A couple of rights backs Genie Parker up. Austen gets a hold of her again, a shot to the back of the head, and a facebuster on the outside as Virginia Austen starts to shift the momentum in her favor. Virginia Austen grinding the face of Genie Parker into the floor. Oh, an elbow drop across the back. Virginia Austen gathers her up again. A kick, another, and a hard right backs Genie up a few steps. Virginia Austen drives her into the barricade. Virginia drives her head into the... Oh, man. Genie counters with a knee. Hurls her into the barricade herself. Genie Parker rounds her, drives Virginia Austen into the barricade. Extra hard here. A hard kick to the midsection. A hard stomp to the back. Genie Parker definitely does not like Virginia Austen. Whoa, a rolling senton from Parker. Genie Dynamite rounds her up again. A Hurricane Rana that leaves Austen laid out. Austen rounded up once more by Genie Parker. Genie slams her head to the floor. Rounds her up one more time here. Locks her up. A series of wrist clutch elbows to the side of the head of Virginia Austen. And down she goes. Genie Parker quickly making her way back in. Time is running out for Virginia Austen here. And that is it. Genie Parker retaining the title in a win by countout.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 4 minutes, 59 seconds, referee Charles Lacera has counted out Virginia Austen, your winner by way of a count out, and still our WL Women's World Champion, Dynamite Genie Parker.
And hey, for you statisticians in the house, this is one of the few times Genie Parker's ever won a match by countout. They're usually pinfalls or submissions, but she just beat the tar out of Virginia Austen and just waited for the referee to count her out. Wow.
We'll be right back with more Hotter Than July right after these brief messages.